All right, we're back with the Aston Villa Career Mode. So we enter season 4, what could possibly be the final season of this series. And we're coming off a season where, of course, we won the Prem in dramatic fashion on the final day. So we pretty much joined Leicester as like one of the most improbable Premier League winners of all time. And we got knocked out of the Champions League in the semis. But we also had a decent Champions League run, but we weren't quite ready to make it to the final. That is what we're hoping to try and fix this season in season 4. Guys, this team is good, but I think we might make a few changes, sell a few players, and then truly try to retain our Premier League title and also make a Champions League push at the same time. That is the goal for season 4, what could be very possibly the last season of this career mode. So as always, drop a like if you are excited for season 4. Let's see if we can hit this 1,000 likes on first episode of season 4. Let's see if we can hit that 1,000 like goal. And also sub down below to the channel. We are very, very close to 44,000 subs. All right, first comment: replace Tyrone Mings. He's aging just like Douglas Luiz. Replace Luiz with Timber and then put Vardiol as a replacement for Mings. Now this is an idea that was very popular in the comments. A lot of comments saying we should replace Luiz and Tyrone Mings. We got to think about it though. We just won the Prem. I mean, what Premier League team our level will replace a starting center back, the captain, after a season we just won the Prem in? Like, I don't know how realistic it is. Maybe Timber for Luiz is more realistic, but Mings is only 31 years old. Like, that's not old. That's like probably the one season before he starts to go down, I think. And then Douglas Luiz is only 26, so he's actually still young, and I do think he's better than Timber currently. So it's gonna be a very, very controversial and heavy topic in season 4: the possible replacing of Mings and Douglas Luiz. And the next one: Jonathan David is a really good player and perfect for the spot of striker. Once again, another very interesting topic: the replacing of Tammy Abraham. In my opinion, Tammy proved towards the end of the season that he should be the starting striker. I mean, he's 88 rated, almost the highest rated player in the squad, and he scored the 2 goals that sealed the Premier League title. Now Suarez is retiring, so that has opened up a spot, a striker spot on the roster, but I'm not sure if we should replace Tammy. Honestly, I'm very unsure. But if we thought about it, Jonathan David has been a target for this whole entire series. I mean, he's a beast. That's just plainly as it is, he's a beast. There also is another role for Jonathan David that I've been thinking about, where we could pair him up with Tammy and Bailey in the starting 11, which also will be very interesting. Probably touch upon that a bit later. And the last comment: take a break from Villa for a while and start the Kensington FC Creative Club as the main series of the channel. So we're gonna do season 4 alongside of obviously our mini series with Leeds, which if you haven't seen that, it's on our channel. But right now, I think the plan is, once we finish this season, I don't think it'll be too long, the next full career mode is either gonna be Arsenal or Kensington. It's gonna be one of those two, I think. And then whichever one we do, we'll probably do the other one after that one, if you know what I mean. And honestly, I mean, we've done a lot of Premier League teams. Kensington doing the Creative Club actually sounds like very like a breath of fresh air for me. Which, if I had to say who's in the lead for the next series, it's Kensington Creative Club. So let me know in the comments if you guys would want to see a Creative Club in England. Obviously, we have episode 1 on the channel, but we never continued it. We would continue it as our next series. So you guys let me know in the comments if you want to see that. Now, so one thing before we start season 4, I feel like I managed the team appearances pretty well last season. As you can see, Douglas Luiz and Timber, 42 games and 38 games. They pretty much split time at CDM, which I think that might be the best way going forward, because I really like Douglas Luiz. I think he's really, really good in this game as a CDM. So replacing him, I'm just not sure. But Weah is a player whose future is in question. Also Loftus-Cheek. I mean, Ramsey's going to be out till January. That's a long time. We got Ward-Prowse to be the starter until then. Well, we might need another midfielder too. And then of course, Suarez is retiring, and Liam Delap will be coming back from his loan spell. There's a lot of decisions to make in season 4. Very big decisions. Also, I want to see what kind of budget we have, so we're going to jump straight into season 4. So officially into season 4. All right, so the budget for season 4 is going to be 188 million. I mean, I would have liked just a little bit more, but honestly, it's not the worst amount. So we need to take a inventory of the squad right now. So Martinez at keeper. Honestly, I kind of feel like he's reached his ceiling, and I'm thinking about maybe replacing him. I mean, he'd bring in 31 million. There's keepers on the short list right now that would probably be a bit better than him. And I feel like he was good last season, but he wasn't as good as previous seasons, where maybe it's time to maybe bring in a better goalkeeper, but we'll see. And we got Travers still as backup. I'm so happy with that. So left back, James Justin is back from Dortmund. Digne is transfer listed. He's someone that I feel like last season, he didn't play that great. I feel like his pace, I mean, he's not exactly slow, but he's not exactly quick either. I feel like that's something that definitely hurt us in the Champions League. Like, if we get a pacier left back to help with the pacey wingers we're gonna face, I feel like we might be better off. He's been decent, but he's the one player in the defense I feel like maybe needs replacing. And I'm not sure if James Justin is the guy to replace him. I feel like we might be better off him being the backup and assigning a new left back. And then Konza, not going anywhere. Mings also not going anywhere. At the very least, Vardiol and Mings will fight for a starting spot. But as of right now, Mings and Konza are still my 2 starting center back. We might need another one. I mean, we maybe could use a 4th choice center back. Almost maybe like low 80s or high 70s. Matty Cash here to stay, starter. He has been so good. Hoover, backup of course, fine with that. And then Louise, Timber, split time at CDM, perfect. Loftus-Cheek, I really like Loftus-Cheek, so I don't think I want to sell him. But with Ramsey being out, we have 2 mids right now. We have Loftus-Cheek and Ward-Prowse. I feel like we need one more. I'm not sure if it's someone that should be good enough to replace Ward-Prowse starting 11 or someone just better than Loftus-Cheek, more like in the low 80s. Honestly, I'm not sure. And then Cam, Whitehouse, Coutinho, pretty much same thing. They split time at Cam. Actually, Whitehouse played more than Coutinho last season. He had like 3 more appearances. So once again, we're going to split time, and then Whitehouse can also play left wing, right wing, and stuff like that. Chukwuemeka is back from his loan spell. Man, he only went +1. I really wanted him to be a part of this series, but at 73, it's just so hard. We might keep him and try him out here and there, but I want him to be like a box-to-box mid, and I just don't think he's going to get there. So we can maybe loan him out or sell him. And then wingers, Damsgaard, new signing, Timothy Weah, Diallo, and Bailey. So we're not going to sell Damsgaard. We got to give him a chance at least. He only signed for like half a season. He didn't play bad, although not amazing. Timothy Weah had such a strong first season, second season, third season was very weak, but I'm not sure if that's enough to where we should then sell him. Diallo is basically there just for extra backup. And then Bailey, 90, our highest rated player. He has been so good in this series. We have this guy, remember Jorgensen from our youth academy. I mean, he's 80 rated at 20. He actually looks like very solid, but some of the stats like 50 strength. I mean, the man is not strong. Like he does look good, 92 ball control, 89 dribbling. Maybe we recall him and give him a chance this season. You guys let me know if we should do that, because currently he's on a 2-year loan to Wolfsburg. We'll see about that. And then at striker, Tammy, I mean, I think he played good enough to where he deserves to be the starter. He's 88. He is growing so quick. Like, I am team Tammy Abraham, which a lot of you in the comments are not, but he won us the Prem. He sealed the 2 goals to win us the Prem. We cannot sell a player who just did that for us. And he was 2 goals away from being our top scorer behind Bailey. So, and Liam Delap is also back, 75 at 21. I mean, he's grown a decent amount. At 75, he could be a pretty good backup. I mean, 79 finishing. Decent pace, decent ball control dribbling. That's all you need from a striker pretty much. I would like to give him a chance in a backup role this season. I really feel like we could win the Champions League with this team. It's just I think we need a better left back and then the left wing spot. There's a lot of uncertainty there, I think. And also there is the potential return of Jack Grealish, which I threw that out there to end last season, and a lot of you guys thought we should, but I'm not sure if I'm sold on it. I mean, some of the Villa fans in the comments said he kind of snaked Villa, so he should not return, which I understand. I just don't know. I feel like we already kind of have a creative player like Coutinho in the squad where we could really just use finishing on the wing instead. And Grealish, I think he'd be better in that Coutinho role, but Coutinho is the main man of this series. So I feel like I'm leaning away from Grealish. I feel like I'm almost interested in buying a striker that can also play on the wing, because I feel like what we miss from that left wing spot is finishing, like pure finishing. We don't need someone who's a creative player. I want someone who's good on the ball and can finish chances. That's what we need the most, because we have Bailey finishing chances, Tammy finishing chances, and then a left winger who finishes chances. We're going to be deadly. I mean, Julian Alvarez would be amazing. 89 finishing. He'd be very expensive, but he would be amazing. Another player we mentioned in the press conference is Jonathan David. At 5'11", with that kind of pace, that kind of dribbling, and 87 finishing, I feel like he's in the same camp as Alvarez. Both of these guys would be so good on the left wing, and I feel like they would give us a chance to win the Champions League. They would take us to a next level. So honestly, right now, it's for me, it's between them two. There's players like Darwin Nunez who would also be very good, but I think Alvarez and Jonathan David are just like the top of all these potential players. And then to possibly replace Martinez, we got Kobel, Magnan, and Henderson. Honestly, Magnan looks like the best. He's 28, 89 rated already. Still got a lot of room to grow. I feel like he would be the best. He'd be a huge upgrade at keeper, I think. It's just, should we replace Martinez? I'm just not sure about it. And then at left back, I think Gaia would be pretty good. Obviously more pace than Digne, but Grimaldo from Napoli, I think he would be better actually. He might be 1 rating lower than Digne, but I feel like where Digne, his pace is where we suffered. Grimaldo is way faster, and he's got really good stats. And then there's also both Scottish left backs, Robertson and Tierney, where Robertson's now at Leverkusen, which is kind of weird, but he would not be terrible. He would definitely not be terrible in Tierney. I mean, Arsenal, they finished what? I think they finished 9th last season. So it's been like 3 seasons of Arsenal being a mid-table team. And Tierney is just that good of a player where you could see him moving on after season after season like that. And honestly, he's as quick as Grimaldo, and he's much better defensively in the tackle, which I mean, he does kind of look better now looking at it, where I feel like 4 seasons in, the realism is going to start to disappear because we're 4 seasons in, but still Robertson might be a little bit too unrealistic, especially as me, a Liverpool fan. I feel like Tierney might be a pretty big upgrade on Digne, and it kind of makes a lot of sense. You know what? We're going to try a swap between Digne and Tierney. Their value is kind of the same. What if we do like Digne plus 7.5 for Tierney? What would Arsenal say to this? They want 52 on top of Digne. That's a lot of money. I guess it's near to what the assistant manager said we have to pay for him, but man, that's a lot. Like 33. What would they say to that? They still want 52, man. 52 is a lot. I feel like we're better off selling Digne and then using that money to buy Tierney. I feel like we're getting ripped off here. I'll go to 39. That's my last offer. 39, and they accept. Should we do that? And their values are the same now. I think we're gonna try to sell Digne and then use the money to buy Tierney, I think. Because I did feel like we got ripped off there a little bit. Yeah, so Chelsea want Digne for 61.2, and we can get even more. I mean, we're selling him to a rival, but I do feel like he's near his ceiling. And they have Chilwell too, is probably better than him, so I'm not really sure why they want him, but 68.5 is a lot of money. And they accept that. Okay, this seems like a better deal. To use this money to not go buy Tierney. All right, so Digne has been sold to Chelsea. That's 68.5 million. That's a lot of money for Digne. I think we're gonna get a way better deal of just doing this with just straight up money. I mean, they still might want a lot, but I still feel like it'll be better in the end. They want Damsgaard. I'm not giving them Damsgaard, Arsenal. What are you doing? What are you thinking? 80 million for Tierney. They want 100 million for him. You know, that's a lot. I do think he's that good of a player though. So 92.5, I think I would do. 92.5. I mean, it's kind of basically what we offered in the swap value wise, but I mean, whatever. I think he would be such a big upgrade at defense with that pace and that defending. I feel like it's exactly what we need, because I noticed so many times last season Digne being just beaten on pace, where with Tierney it is not going to happen as much. I do feel like he's going to want a decent wage, 86 rated, so let's do that. We're being very generous here. And Kieran Tierney accepts the first signing of season 4. So there is our new starting left back, and honestly I am very happy with that signing. I do feel like he's gonna be really good for us. All right, transfer offer for Timothy Weah from AC Milan. Apparently we can get up to 92 million for him. Man, I think for 92 million, something around that, I would totally do that. I don't want that player though. I mean, 90 million, that's so much. 80, like 80, let's try 87.5. I mean, you can see that's almost, it's close to doubling his value. 87.5 is an extreme amount for Timothy Weah, and AC Milan have accepted that. Oh man, he was so good for us in season 2, but for that amount of money, I think we can upgrade heavily on the left wing spot with that. And Timothy Weah has been sold. That kind of hurts. I didn't think they'd accept that straight up. 87 million for Weah. His value was 55 million. That's a lot of money. So that does give us a healthy chunk of cash. Jonathan David or Julian Alvarez to replace that left wing spot would be just so good. And now Bayern want Emiliano Martinez. Man, same thing. If we can get like 50 something million for him, I would do this, and then we could go after Magnan. It's just they might not like that amount. Yeah, 39.6. How about just straight up 50 million? 50 million for Martinez, 48 point. Okay, that's very close to our counter. I mean, he didn't have a great season last season. He was decent. He was really good in season 1 and 2. But for this to be our season where we go after the Champions League, I feel like Magnan would be just such a big upgrade. So Martinez for 48 million, that's a lot of money for a 31 goalkeeper that pretty much has hit his ceiling, I think. And he's possibly going to Bayern, where he is going to win a lot of trophies. So is he going to accept? That is the question. He does. Martinez sold to Bayern Munich. Okay, so that gives us a lot of money to work with. Even Kobel would be amazing. Kobel would be much cheaper, I think, and he would be an upgrade on Martinez. Not as big an upgrade over Magnan though. Magnan's our first choice, so let's go after him first. I want to try to get a deal here though, because I don't want to spend upwards of like 120 million for him. Like 78 million plus a 25% selling clause. Please accept. Please accept. Okay, I mean 99 is not bad. If we can get this down to 85, that is so doable. Come on, 85. Do it, AC Milan. Do it. Do it. Just work with me. Come on, 90 million is a perfect amount. I'll do that. 90 million. Finally, AC Milan accept 90 million for Magnan. Let's go after Kobel. Just to see, I feel like Henderson would be a downgrade from Martinez. So Kobel, let's exhaust all avenues here. I mean, I think he'd be cheaper, but he's also lower rated, but he's younger though. 65 million, they want 83. Okay, that's very close to Magnan, where I think Magnan might just be the better option. 78.5, I mean, that's 12 million less. 12 million less, and I think Magnan is the better signing. We are making some pretty big moves in season 4. New left back and a new starting keeper he looks so good. Okay, he's 89 rated. I'm kind of scared that we won't have the money to do this. Like, I mean, he might just walk away. Like 150,000 per week is a pretty good amount for an 89 rated player at Villa. So just please don't walk away. Please don't walk away. Magnan accepts. We have our new goalkeeper. Hey man, you can't lie. He does look like a beast. I think that's a pretty big upgrade. Him and Tierney are both really big upgrades for this team, I think. All right, so this is how the team currently looks with its constructed new additions of Maignan and Tierney. Got Damsgaard currently starting at left wing. As you can see, I feel like we're missing one more big piece, and it's that left wing spot. I'm not sure if Damsgaard is good enough to be the starter. Like, we got the money. This is potentially the final season. I think banking on someone like Alvarez or Jonathan David is the best option. Honestly, I'm just not sure which one. I feel like Damsgaard off the bench would be really good. And then either them starting up top with Tammy and Bailey, and then maybe one more midfielder to replace Loftus-Cheek. I don't know if we need a midfielder. I honestly don't know. I feel like that's the business I'm going to do in this first episode though, season 4. Tierney and Maignan. I want to know your guys' thoughts before we make any more moves, I think. Basically, it's a left winger between Jonathan David and Alvarez, in my opinion. If you think anyone else should be in that conversation, leave it in the comments. And then maybe another midfielder to be backup in case of injury, because we only actually have 2 box to boxes, like Loftus-Cheek and Ward-Prowse. That's it. Ramsey's not going to be back till January. And then maybe a backup striker if we don't think Delap is good enough. Because if we buy Jonathan David or Alvarez, they're going to be a starting left winger for us, where we maybe could use another backup striker, someone maybe like low 80s, if we don't think Delap is good enough, or we give Delap a chance to be the backup. You guys, let me know your thoughts about all that in the comment section. So 192 million to spend. That's a lot of money. Now Julian Alvarez would be about half of that, and Jonathan David same exact thing, although David is a bit more cheaper. I feel like those two are the main ones. So we buy one of them and we'd probably have about 80 to 70 million left, where we could go after another backup striker or another winger. I mean a midfielder, not a winger. So we got a lot of options. You guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts. Like, for example, if we bought Jonathan David or Alvarez to be the starting left winger, a guy like Emmanuel Dennis to be the backup striker would be so good off the bench. He's only 21 to 28 million in terms of his price tag. He's pacey, he's got good finishing. He'd be really good if we don't think Delap is good enough to be the main backup for this season, and then Delap could drop to 3rd choice, because he's a player who does look very good, and I would like to sign. So you guys, once again, let me know in the comments your thoughts. So we have the Community Shield against Liverpool, and I think we're going to play this, give Tierney his debut, give Maignan his debut, and also see how the team feels. Now, in episode 1 of the Leeds Career Mode, we tried competitor mode off, and honestly, it was better than it on. Like, it seemed like still the same amount of challenge, and the CPU just weren't doing skill moves every 2 seconds. So I feel like maybe since the latest patch, we don't need to have competitor mode on to make it more of a challenge. But we're gonna test that further in this game, and we have the sliders on the same exact what they've always been in this series. So Damsgaard starts, Abraham starts. We're giving Diallo a chance at right wing over Bailey. I want to see how Diallo plays. And then Whitehouse in for Coutinho, Vardiol in for Mings, and debuts for Maignan and Tierney at left back. I think I want Prowse as the captain. I meant to give the captaincy to Konza, but I mean, who cares? This is a feeler game. We're seeing where these players are at to start the season. I want to see how Damsgaard plays. I want to see how Tierney plays. And I also want to see how Diallo plays. And then we'll get Delap on at some point soon. And Tammy might already be slipped through in Whitehouse. That was supposed to go to Whitehouse. Why would you drag that back to Ward-Prowse? I'm not sure it would have worked, but definitely Whitehouse was in there. Why is the game saying this is Whitehouse's debut? It's definitely not his debut. And Tammy might be slipped in. He is. We get it to Damsgaard. Yes, we can. Flip back up to Tammy. Okay, that was not executed the best. I'll be the first one to admit, not the greatest. Whitehouse. Slip Diallo in. All Whitehouse to Diallo. That is such a good ball. And Diallo almost finishes it off. That little flip pass from Whitehouse is just so good. We might get another chance here. Diallo again, and that's going to be blocked by Vinicius. Tammy, I need you to be a threat on corners. I need it. I mean, that was a threat. But the headers in this game just suck. They just plain suck. If not, start this game off bad though. Damsgaard was going to be in there. Whitehouse. Ward-Prowse steals it. Tammy, finesse shot. Almost a great shot from Tammy. All right, Whitehouse, we need to feed someone in. Is Damsgaard onside? I don't think he is. No, he's not. Okay, Ward-Prowse in some space. Tammy is away. Diallo might be even more away. And the ball is decent. And Diallo is going to just slice it a little bit. All right, that's 2 chances for Diallo where he probably should have scored. That one was poor. Okay, Tierney versus Salah. That's an interesting battle. And Salah cuts it back. And Maignan, first save as a Villa player. That's good to see. That's a cross in. Maignan is going to catch it. We got 1 minute added on. Tammy might be slipped in. Yes, Tammy is slipped in. Tammy to give us the lead right on halftime. And Tammy, that is the clinical finishing we need to see from you all season long. Pretty sure Whitehouse with the assist, and that is a 1-0 lead at halftime. All right, Delap is going to come on very soon for Tammy in the second half, and Matty Cash has a lot of room here. When we flip it up to Tammy, that's going to be cleared by Araujo. Going to be in the mix, but it's going to be controlled by Akanji. Where is Van Dijk? Where do they? Oh yeah, Liverpool, didn't they sell everyone? I forgot. I thought I remember them just selling everyone in one of the transfer windows. White House, that's a good ball to Tammy in the space. In some space, and we can maybe find Damsgaard. Yes, we can. And Damsgaard is going to put it just a little bit wide. All right, Liam Delap on the field. He has not played for us in a whole season, so he's grown a bit. Let's see how he feels. Is he good enough to be the backup striker for this season? With our aspirations, I'm not sure if Damsgaard being the starting lineup or him being the #1 backup, the second choice striker, is exactly good enough for our aspirations, but we'll see. We're working through this Liverpool team actually pretty easily, though. I feel like with competitor mode off, they go really for it much more than on competitor mode on. I feel like they're a lot more conservative towards the middle of the game, but Diallo, another chance. Should have done a little better with that. A good ball to Neves. It's a block by Vardiol. Goes to Vinicius. And another good save by Magnan. All right, let's do Bailey for Diallo. Let's do Loftus-Cheek. Let's just get like most people on. All right, they got a free kick in a semi-dangerous spot. Okay, that's terrible. That's literally just a White House. And then we should have controlled that right there. So it might be a decent chance for them if they can find the opening. Jota. Who is marking him? Number 12, that's Loftus-Cheek. I should have went in more. And Jota just puts it in the bottom left-hand corner. That is very weak preseason rusty defending from this team right there. All right, Loftus-Cheek, good ball to Damsgaard. We got to control that. Damsgaard, okay, at least he played it off him, I think. Yeah, we got 7 minutes. Otherwise, we're going to get a penalty shootout in the first game of the season. Timber, good ball to Delap. Oh, Delap, what was that to Loftus-Cheek? Are you joking? Delap, he like just completely missed the ball or something, or scuffed it on the ground. Loftus-Cheek was going to be just in there. Okay, don't concede a goal. Okay, that was a foul. How is that not a foul? How is it not called? Just don't concede in this game. Okay, we don't. And this is going to penalties in the first game of the season. Okay, Magnan, first game as a Villa keeper, and it's a penalty shootout. And that's a very good pen. I thought I actually saved that. All right, Bailey, bottom right. Bottom right. I feel like I've not taken pens in so long. First one is saved. Neves. Which way are you going to go? He's going to go right. He's going to go right. Oh, that's 2 penalties in the top right-hand corner. How do you save those? Okay, Loftus-Cheek. We'll try that. We'll try the technique. Loftus-Cheek. Left. I mean, it's not the best, but it's in the back of the net. Elements captaining Liverpool. It's going to be over the net. Okay, that's what we needed. White House. Bottom right. Bottom right. Bottom right. It was decent. All right, we need to save this. We need to save this, Magnan. I need to see something from you. That is just in the corner. Liam Delap taking a pen and does put it in. Vinicius. He's gonna go right. He's gonna go right. Oh, we off the post. They're choked. They're choking. If we score this, it's Vardiol. If we score this, we beat Liverpool. I'm putting a lot of power on it. A lot of power, and Vardiol. That is such a good pen. And we have beaten Liverpool in the Community Shield. It's not the biggest trophy. We should not be sprinting on the field for this. But you know what? It's not a bad little game to win. We got some penalty shootout experience, and we came out on top. That's a very good pen by Vardiol. That's very good. Who is lifting it? Is it Konza? Because we took Ward-Prowse off. Oh, perfect. It is Konza. So honestly, kind of disappointed with Delap and Diallo. And a little bit Damsgaard, but other than that, I mean, it's not a bad game to win. It's not a bad trophy to win. It's big and it's round. All right, I think we're going to end this first episode of season 4 here. We got some very big decisions to make for the next episode. Should we be signing Emmanuel Dennis to kind of replace Delap as the backup striker? I kind of feel like it's probably the smart option if we have the money left over. Or the bigger decision is Alvarez or Jonathan David, at least for the top 2 targets for that left wing spot. I feel like my choice might be Jonathan David because he's a bit cheaper. And I mean, he's pretty much as good as Alvarez. Alvarez is more expensive, and I mean, they're pretty similar. It's hard to pick. I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments about that. So Dennis, Jonathan David, Alvarez, maybe another backup mid if we can find one. There's a lot of potential decisions for the next episode where we will finish the transfer window. But I really like the signings of Tierney and Magnan. I really like those signings. I think Alvarez or Jonathan David would really give us that push we need to take our play to the next level, where we could maybe try and retain our Champions League title and then also go after that Champions League. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Drop a like if you want to see this series daily. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 likes on this first episode. That'd be amazing. Just let me know you guys want to see more of it more consistently. Also, we are very close to 44,000 subs. So if you're not subbed, hit the sub button down below. I would appreciate it a lot. But that is it. I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a great day.